Is one of the big stars who helped build the sport and helped build the UFC.
Fighting out of Montreal, Quebec, Canada, George St Pierre!
UFC legend George St Pierre has said he's ready to come out of his near 3-year hiatus.
One of the sport's all-time greats is getting back into the octagon.
I'm the one who decides where the fight goes.
He will fight Michael Bisping for the 185-pound title.
All right, I'm very happy to say joining us now is George St Pierre. And George, you yourself have admitted that the sport has evolved a lot since the last time you fought over 3 years ago. So how have you evolved in preparing for your comeback?
Yeah, I have to evolve, because if it's the same George St Pierre that show up for my next fight, I'm gonna have a very bad night. So my training partner and my trainers are convinced that I'm a much better version than I was before. And I am physically, emotionally, mentally better. And I'm ready for the next one.
Now, I have to ask, because you're largely considered to be the most successful welterweight fighter ever, so why did you choose to make your return with a middleweight fight?
In order to make a comeback, it needed to be a fight that excites me. Also, the negotiation took a long time, a long process. And the landscape in MMA changed very rapidly. If I compare that to the stock market, sometimes some fighters, their stock are very high, but tomorrow they might go down and be low. So right now, if I look at whose stock is the highest, it's Michael Bisping. And it's a fight that is doable. Of course, he's bigger than me. He's got the size advantage, but I believe I'm more athletic. I got more tools, and I got a higher fighting IQ than he does. That's why I'm going to win that fight.
So we won't necessarily see you stay in the middleweight category, depending on how this fight goes. What would be next for you? Could we see you back at welterweight? Maybe a fight with Conor McGregor on the horizon?
I'm 36 years old right now. I'm 35, but I will be 36. I don't want to make myself older than I am. I have only a few fights left. I have no desire to do that sport and hang there for too long. I don't want to be a punch-it bag for the newcomers. I want to make it and retire while I'm on top. I have a few more to do. And because I'm in my prime, I don't know how last my prime will go, but right now I am right in it. So I want to make the most out of it. I want to make history.
I mean, it would stand to reason if you're looking to make history, then Conor McGregor would be a very good way to do that.
I believe Conor McGregor is the biggest draw for the sport in terms of popularity. But I don't know in terms of fighting if he's the best guy, pound for pound. He's the best draw. He's the guy that makes the most noise, of course. But skill set talking, I don't think he's the number one guy. But he's been proving a lot of people wrong in the last few fights, including myself. I was very impressed. But we'll see what the future holds for everyone.
Finally, George, I just want to ask you, Michael Bisping has spoken recently, is already talking about looking past you and a potential fight to Romero. Is that a dangerous mistake for him to be making?
I'm glad he does that. Never interrupt my enemy when he's making mistakes, so no problem.
All right, George, we're very disappointed that we won't see your comeback on Canadian soil, but we are very happy to see you returning to the octagon nonetheless. Best of luck. All right, well, GSP hasn't fought since November 2013 when he won a split decision over Johnny Hendricks, controversial one, at UFC 167. Bisping won the middleweight championship at UFC 199 in January 2016, then defended that title against Dan Henderson 4 months ago. UFC 209 prelims, they get underway Saturday. The finale rematch between welterweight champion Tyron Woodley and the Wonder Boy Stephen Thompson, 7:30 Eastern, 4:30 Pacific. That goes on TSN 2.